My pastimes I share with my sister was genealogy studies of the family, and we both discovered we have 21 great-grandfathers and great-granduncles who fought in the Civil War. Our family was from Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, most of them from Mississippi, some from Virginia. And I had a second great-granduncle who I was named after that signed up for the 21st Mississippi Infantry when he was 17 years old. He told a recruiter he was 22. That's what's written on his recruiting papers. But he was big. I've seen pictures of him, and he did probably look like he was older. A month after he signed up, he found himself in the Battle of Fredericksburg, which he survived, December 1862. But in Gettysburg, second day of Gettysburg, he lost part of his right leg to an artillery shell. Don Newcomb had ideas of fighting in war when he was a minor. He was raised in Elizabeth, New Jersey by a chauffeur to a wealthy white family. His dad had a hobby of home brewing beer, gave it to his kids when they were about 8 years old. By the time he was 13, Don Newcomb was going out of the house and going to bars. At 15, he was sitting at a bar when the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor. And he heard that news and went to go sign up with the military. And eventually the military figured out he was only 15 years old, called his dad, told him to come pick up his son. In Don Newcomb's other career, he was a great baseball pitcher, starting briefly with the Newark Eagles. Contract was purchased by the Dodgers, and he became the third black pitcher to make it in the major leagues after Satchel Paige and Dan Bankhead. He was one of only two pitchers to win the Rookie of the Year award, 1949, win the Cy Young award and the League MVP award, along with Justin Verlander, the only two pitchers in history to do that. Newcomb did serve in the military during the Korean War when he was drafted, and that was the career he thought of first.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I ever get back, for it's root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame, for it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Everybody, this is Apba Brian with Apba Baseball Classics in game number 116 of the All-Time Greats Tournament. It's a collection of best-of-3 series. And in this series, we have the 1969 Baltimore Orioles and the 1955 Brooklyn Dodgers. This is game 2 of this series. I think I'll do this a little differently. I'm going to try to get my videos a little shorter, so I might cut out some parts of the games where nothing happens and see if I can get the videos down to 20 minutes or less. And then we'll see how that goes. If you like it, let me know. If you don't like it, also let me know that as well. We've had the starting lineups. Did you notice that Don Newcomb is batting 6th in the batting order? He had 359 with 7 homers and 125 at-bats. In 1955, probably his best year offensively. He batted 9th traditionally in his lineups in 1955, but I'm making the lineups and I like his bat in the middle of the lineup. Newcomb was used as a pitch hitter quite often during his career, as he was a very good hitter. Paul Blair steps into the box. Don Newcomb is ready to pitch. We'll read the blue die first, the white die second, and the game is Apba Basic, except for we're using the master rules for stealing. Here's a pitch to Paul Blair. 33 is a hit column roll for Paul Blair, and 65 is a single, a leadoff base hit for Paul Blair, a fast runner for the Orioles. get things started here in the top of the first. Stealing is E30. Very good writing, but the E is going to mean he can't steal until there's 2 outs, until the 6th inning. All right. Don Buford's a batter, and Don Newcomb, who takes a full windup and a high leg kick, will have to pitch off of the stretch right away. Here's the pitch to Don Buford. 56 is a swing and a miss for strike 3. 1 out. Boog Powell. .56 is a 34, and both teams are filling column 1. That's going to be a high pop-up. On the infield, Pee Wee Reese is under it and makes the catch. 2 down. Brooks Robinson. 23 is a ground ball to second base, taken by Junior Gilliam to throw to first. We go to the bottom of the first inning. Orioles don't score. Dodgers coming to bat. Mike Cuellar completes his warm-up tosses. He was a left-handed pitcher who had a fastball, a curveball, and a screwball. Here's the pitch to Pee Wee Reese leading off for the Brooklyn Dodgers, and he gets a 3-3 roll. That's going to be a second column roll. 36 is a double for Pee Wee Reese. Reese is at second and nobody out. Jackie Robinson will come to bat, and he is going to try to sacrifice Pee Wee to third. Squares around the bunt. 26 is a 29. 29 is going to be a strikeout and put out by the catcher. Duke Snyder. Jackie pretty determined to get Reese to third on the bunt. Here's the pitch to Duke Snyder. 21 is a fly ball to right field. Frank Robinson is under it and makes the catch. 2 down. And it's going to be up to Roy Campanella, the 1955 National League MVP, to get something out of this. Here's the pitch to Campanella. 6-4 is a 36. That's going to be a wild pitch, and that sends Reese to third. .53 is a 18 fielding column 1. That's going to be a ground ball to the shortstop, Mark Belanger, who fumbles it, and he's going to reach by an error. Reese scores. E6. No RBI, but put the Dodgers on the board 1-0. Campanella came up to the Dodgers with Don Newcomb. Here is Carl Fiorillo. 1-2 is a 25. That's going to be a ground ball to second base. Davey Johnson throws the first. 3 outs, but the Dodgers are on the board. We go to the top of the second. Brooklyn 1 and Baltimore 0. We mentioned that Don Newcomb was familiar with a beer bottle in the introduction, but he beat that later in life and became quite evangelical in helping other athletes kick their addictions and fighting against alcoholism. Here is Newcomb pitching to his counterpart, Mike Cuellar. 3-1 roll is a swing and a miss, strike 3. Cuellar strikes out. So Newcomb returns the favor. Here is Paul Blair. 6-4 is a swing and a miss for strike 3. Third strikeout for Don Newcomb. Don Buford comes to bat. 1-3 is a walk. Second walk surrendered by Newcomb. 2 outs. Buford is a C20 stealing. Newcomb's move to first is +1. And Campanella is a +6, so let's take 7 off the steal rating. He'll have less than half a chance of being safe should he try to run on Newcomb and Campanella. Boog Powell comes to bat. 22 is a hit column roll for Boog Powell. 25 is a 6. That's a double over first base. Fast runner scores. With 2 outs, any runner scores. So here comes Buford around third. He scores, and it's an RBI double for John Boog Powell, tying the game 1 apiece. Frank Robinson. 1-3 is a walk. And now Brooks Robinson. He walked his first time up. 42 is a swing and a miss for strike 3, so Newcomb strikes out the side, but in between that, 2 walks on a double leads to a Oriole run. We go to the bottom of the third. Brooklyn 1, Baltimore 1. Junior Gilliam scheduled to start off the last of the third, followed by Pee Wee Reese and Jackie Robinson. And like Jackie Robinson, Roy Campanella, and Don Newcomb, Junior Gilliam also got his start playing in the Negro Leagues. Here's the pitch from Mike Cuellar. 1-4 is a fly ball to left field. 1 away. Pee Wee Reese, who led off the game with a double. 1-2 is going to be a ground ball to second base. Taken by Davy Johnson, a throw to first. Now Jackie Robinson. 35 is a 39. Strike 1. And 54 is a fly ball to right field. Frank Robinson is under it and makes the catch. 3 up and 3 down for the Dodgers. Mike Cuellar has retired 7 hitters in a row. We go to the top of the 4th inning. Scores tied 1 apiece. Mark Belanger will lead off the 4th, a 287 hitter in 1969, one of his better offensive seasons. 31 is the roll. That is a 9 against a B. That's going to be a base hit for Mark Belanger. He is a fast runner, E27 stealing, E20 with the modifications. Davy Johnson does not have an extra 31, but he is going to think about hitting and running. All right, the Orioles do start the runner. Here's the pitch. 21 is a 30. That's a fly out to left field, and Belanger will scramble back to first base. 1 out. The catcher, Andy Etchebarren. 6-6 roll for Etchebarren. That's hit column. 26 is a double, and that will score the fast Belanger. RBI double for Etchebarren puts the Orioles on top, 2-1. Baltimore can put the Dodgers out of the tournament with a win today. Here is the pitcher, Mike Cuellar. Saw him hit a home run against the Royals at Kansas City's Municipal Stadium one time. Doesn't look like he hit any home runs in 69. There's no 1s on his card, and I don't see any 5s. Here's the pitch to Cuellar. 64 is a swing and miss, strike 3. 2 outs. Paul Blair. 6-1 is a fly ball to right field, taken by Carl Fiorillo. We go to the bottom of the 4th. The Orioles are on top, 2-1. Cuellar, who was 23-11 in 1969, toes the rubber. He's going to have the heart of the Dodgers order: Duke Snider, Roy Campanella, and Carl Fiorillo. In the bottom of the fourth, here's the pitch to Snyder. 52 is a 27. It's a ground ball to third base, taken by Brooks Robinson. The throw to first. Snyder is the first out. Roy Campanella. .32 is a 26. Ground ball to second base. 4-3. Carl Fiorillo. .53 is a 16. Fly ball to center field. Paul Blair ranges over and makes a fine running catch in center field. 3 up and 3 down for the Dodgers. That's 10 in a row, retired by Mike Cuellar. We go to the top of the fifth. Baltimore 2 and Brooklyn 1. When the Dodgers purchased the contract of Don Newcomb from the Newark Eagles, they didn't give the Eagles any money, and Ephraim Manley determined at that point that if the major leagues were going to come after her black stars, namely Larry Doby and Monty Irvin later, that she was going to extract a price. Here's the pitch to Don Buford. 1-1 roll. That's a hit column roll for Buford. 51 is a triple to left center field, a leadoff triple for Don Buford. And he's at third with nobody out, and the Orioles have a 1-run lead. Newcomb and the Dodgers will play the infield in for Boog Powell. Powell doubled and drove in the first Oriole run in the third inning. Here's the pitch to Boog Powell with the infield in. 1-3 is a 14. That is a 2 balls and no strikes. Newcomb has a Z modifier. Here's the pitch. The infield still in. 42 is a 2 more balls and no strikes. So ball 4 to Boog Powell. First and third, Baltimore. And Brooklyn will move their defense to double play depth. Frank Robinson. For 6 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. Big strikeout with a runner on third. It's 1 out. Here's Brooks Robinson. Infield still at double play depth. 6-6 roll. That's a drive. It might be. It could be. It is out of here. A 3-run bomb by Brooks Robinson, and that's how the Orioles play. Get that 3-run homer. 5-1. Baltimore. And for the Orioles in this tournament, that amounts to an offensive explosion. They've only scored 1, 2, and 3 runs in their games so far. Here is Mark Belanger. That's 5 runs within 3 innings. So Newcomb's pitching grade goes down to a C. And that will do it for Nuke. He will be replaced by Roger Craig. Roger Craig is a grade B pitcher, Y modifier. He will be an A pitcher pitching to the first batter, Belanger. Craig is going to hit in the Sandy Amros spot. And coming into the game also to play left field for Sandy Amros is George Shuba, and he'll hit Newcomb's spot, the 6th spot in the order. Roger Craig against Mark Belanger. Here's the pitch to Belanger. I had the wrong base runners there. 1-1 roll to Belanger. That's hit column. And 63 is a double for Mark Belanger. With 1 out, Belanger's in scoring position. Here is Davey Johnson. Craig's grade goes back to a B. 1-6 is a 28. That is a ground out to the shortstop, Pee Wee Reese. Belanger will hold at second. 2 down. Andy Etchebarren will be walked intentionally. He takes first, free pass. And Roger Craig will deal with the pitcher, Cuellar. Here's the pitch to Cuellar. 1-5 is a 23. Foul strike. Catcher injured by a foul tip. Unable to play in the next 3 games. Bad news continues for the Dodgers. Rube Walker puts on the tools of ignorance. He'll be the catcher for Brooklyn. Cuellar is still at bat. He's got 1 strike on him. Here's the pitch. 1-5 is a 23 again. That is another foul strike, and that injures Rube Walker. Dixie Howe puts on the catcher's equipment. He'll come in to catch, and all Dodger fans say, please, Lord, don't let him roll 23 again. Here's the pitch to Cuellar. 35 is a 13 and a swing and a miss for strike 3 that ends a disastrous 5th inning for Brooklyn. Cuellar strikes out for the 3rd time in the game. They score 3 on the 3-run home run by Brooks Robinson. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's Baltimore 5, Brooklyn 1, and they're down 2 catchers. All right, George Shuba will lead off the bottom of the 5th inning for Brooklyn. He'll be followed by Gil Hodges and the pitcher. Here's the pitch to Shuba from Cuellar. 1-6 is a ground ball to shortstop, taken by Mark Belanger. The throw to first, 1 down. Here's Gil Hodges. 52 is 27. That is a ground ball to Brooks Robinson. And he makes the play, 2 outs. Roger Craig will stay in the game and continue to pitch for Brooklyn. There's the pitch to Roger Craig. 2-2 roll. That's a 9 against an A. That's going to be a ground out to Belanger, 5-3. 3 up and 3 down. That's it for the Dodgers in the 5th. We go to the top of the 6th inning. Baltimore 5 and Brooklyn 1. Trails, Baltimore. All right, Mark Belanger came into the game 0 for 7 in the tournament, but he's got 2 hits today, a single and a double. Here's the pitch from Roger Craig to Mark Belanger. 1-1 roll. That's going to be another hit column roll for the Blade. 61 is a double for Mark Belanger. Davey Johnson. He'll swing away. 51 is a 9 against the B. That's a single over second, and Belanger will score. 6-1 Baltimore. Here's Andy Etchebarren. 55 is a 8. That's a fly ball, or no, ground ball to third base. Jackie Robinson throws to first, and Davey Johnson goes to second. Mike Cuellar. 35 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. Cuellar's struck out all 4 times today. Here is Paul Blair. 63 is a fly ball to center field for the 3rd out. We go to the bottom of the 7th. 5-1 Baltimore. Duke Snyder leads off the last of the 7th. This is the point of fatigue inning for Mike Cuellar. 3 bad things have to happen to him before his grade starts reducing. Here's the pitch to the Dodgers center fielder, Duke Snyder. 61 is a ground ball. Weak number back to Cuellar. He's got it. Throws the pile. 1 down. Catcher Dixie Howe, who replaced Roy Campanella and Rube Walker, who were both injured on 2 consecutive pitches. Dixie Howe is hitting for the first time in the tournament. 1-2 is a 25. That's a ground ball to second base. Davey Johnson's got it. Throws to first. 2 away. Carl Furillo. 1-2 is a 25. That's a ground out to second base. 4-3. 3 up and 3 down. Mike Cuellar is working on a one-hitter. We go to the top of the 8th. Baltimore 5 and Brooklyn 1. Correction, the Orioles lead 6-1. Mark Belanger having a memorable day. 3 for 4, 2 doubles and a single, leads off the 9th for the Orioles. 1-2 is a ground ball to second base. Carl Erskine's on the mound, by the way, for Brooklyn. He's a grade C pitcher and no modifiers. And he's got the first out retired. That brings up Dave Johnson. 61 is a ground ball to shortstop, taken by Pee Wee Reese. Fires across the diamond to Gil Hodges, 2 outs. Andy Etchebarren. 54 is a fly out to Fiorillo and right. 3 up and 3 down for the O's. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Baltimore 6 and Brooklyn 1. All right, we go to the bottom of the 9th. This could be the Dodgers' wait till next year moment. They've got 5 runs to make up here in the 9th inning with depleted troops. Pee Wee Reese leads off for Brooklyn at the top of the order. Mike Cuellar goes back out on the mound. He is 2 marks away from his grade lowered, fatigue-wise. So still plenty in the tank for Cuellar. Here's the pitch to Reese. 32 is a ground ball to second base, taken by Davey Johnson. The throw to first. 1 out. Jackie Robinson. Two-1 is a fly ball to right field, caught by Frank Robinson. 2 outs. Last chance for Brooklyn here is Duke Snyder. 1-5 is a 8 against the A pitcher, ground ball to third base. Brooks Robinson throws to first, and that does it for the Dodgers. They're eliminated from the all-time greats tournament. The 69 Orioles move on. Final score, Baltimore 6 and Brooklyn 1. We'll be back with a wrap-up. A lot of people consider the Orioles starting staff some of the best ever, and they are proving it in this tournament. They have allowed the opposition 0, 1, 2, and 1 runs in the 4 games that they have won. They're 4-0, and Oriole pitching has put their opposition's bats on ice. Today's game, the Orioles scored 6 runs on 9 hits and 2 errors. The Brooklyn Dodgers scored 1 unearned run on 1 hit and no errors. The winning pitcher was Mike Cuellar. 9 innings pitched, no earned runs, a hit, 2 strikeouts, and no walks. Don Newcomb was the loser, 4 1/3 innings pitched and 5 earned runs. Home runs in the game there was only 1, and that was a 3-run home run by Brooks Robinson in the 5th inning, which really paced the Orioles out in front. Cuellar had a chokehold on the Dodger offense, and that was all she wrote for the 55 Brooklyn Dodgers in this tournament. Dick Redding, star of the game, is Mike Cuellar, who pitched a complete game, his 2nd complete game in the tournament. Gave up no earned runs and only 1 hit. He pitched the first game of the Orioles tournament competition against the 63 Dodgers, and he took a 1-0 lead into the top of the 9th inning. And in the bottom of the 9th inning, that's the game where Frank Robinson and Boo Powell hit back-to-back home runs to pull that out for Baltimore 2-1. But he gave up only 3 hits in that game, so Cuellar has pitched 18 innings in the tournament and surrendered only 4 hits, 1 earned run. Mike Cuellar is the Cannonball Dick Redding star of the game. Hope you enjoyed this game. If you like what you see, hit the subscribe button and the like button. Thanks for taking a little time out of your day to enjoy tabletop baseball with me. Have a good day, and God bless.